told the group, 40 some years of coaching, I've never seen an ending like that. Never had a walk-off win like that. That was pretty amazing. But I was pretty confident it was going to count, because I was watching the puck and I was looking at the clock, and I saw it cross the goal line. I could still see it wasn't zeros, and the horn hadn't sounded. So, yeah, it was just crazy. I mean, I respect the hell out of Nadine's move. She was trying to win a championship, and they needed all 3 points in order to do that. And had it gone to overtime, the maximum they could have gotten was 2. And so, she's trying to win a championship, but we survived. Kerigan obviously was made some huge saves. Somehow kept the puck out there at the very end, and then Paige has the wherewithal to get it and collect it and throw it at the net. So that was pretty special. Well, I don't know if the entire bench knew that they had pulled their goalie, but when I saw Paige, I saw Kerigan kicks it out, because I mean, it's right there. I'm thinking, my gosh, they're gonna poke it in, but then she kicks it out, and then Paige goes to get it, and I'm thinking, shoot it. You've got enough time, shoot it. And she collected it, and then she launched it. So I'm kind of watching the angle, and I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, this has got a chance. And then I'm going, that's going in. And that's when I started watching the clock, and it was like, I don't believe what I just saw, but it was pretty fun. I mean, obviously the bench was ecstatic, and it was pretty cool. It was a moment I'll never forget. It's a game of inches, and sometimes obviously as far as time goes, I mean, that I just on the whole game, I just obviously they controlled the puck for most of the game. They got 50 some shots, and we knew we expect that, because that's the type of team they are. They're a team that gets volume shots, and I thought our penalty kill was really big. They got the 1, but I thought the penalty kill did a really nice job when they had to, and our group just kept battling. We scored the goal to tie it. We score the goal. Kayla Sandel scores her first career goal to put us up, and now you're we knew that they were going to push, and that's the type of team they are. And sure enough, Claire gets a loose puck and ties the game. But I thought after that we generated some chances. We had some real good looks. We had a great 2-on-1. Huntsy just missed, and so it's getting down there. And I'm just hoping to get the puck, get it to overtime, because then I know we at least get a point. And now we'll take our chances 3-on-3, and then to have it play out like it played out was just pretty surreal.
I think they're just a team that we fight and battle so hard with. I think both teams, if you would ask someone on their team, who's the toughest team to play against when it comes to just grittiness, and I think they would say us, honestly. Every time we played them, especially at home, it's always been such a battle. Just usually more penalties than we like, but it's just the girls just are fighting so hard, and that's make these games just super exciting. And obviously it's awesome, even more awesome doing it at home. I know they just had made a good play in front, and I was already low, so my brain was just cover the bottom of the ice. They let your team do the rest. My team was helping me out all night, blocking shots, getting sick. So I think my main focus was just spread out and hopefully take away the bottom side of the ice. And it worked, which is great. So then we had, Paige there to pick up off my skate, and the rest is kind of history. So just talk lots about, making memories, and, what are things we're going to remember, 10, 20, 50 years from now. And I think, tonight is going to be exactly one of those moments. You could just tell by, the time Paige scored, the whole bench was on the ice, and there was still a game left. It was kind of just the craziest celebration. Everyone was kind of just in disbelief, what had just happened. But that just comes, we work really hard, and we really just put a lot of heart into it, and, things will go our way eventually. And that's exactly what happened tonight. And I think the reaction was 100% appropriate. I think that, we're a team that has to work very, very hard and battle, and, really put everything we have into these games. And that was a game that we, really went through from period 1 all the way to period 3. So it was just really special to be able to do that as a group.
It has been kind of a whirlwind. It was definitely a lot of fun. Like Kerigan said, I think definitely it was probably one of my most memorable experiences. And especially on fifth year senior night. It was definitely special having a lot of family there. Just made it that much more memorable. But it was definitely a game I won't forget. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of scrums. Kerigan was all over the ice. We had girls diving, throwing themselves around. And then we had the face-off with 14 seconds left. And my wing partner, Reese, was right next to me, and she was like, they have an empty net. And I was like, okay, they have an empty net. Play starts, we are all fumbling all in front of the net. It pops out. And for like, if I'm being honest, I looked for like a second, but I was just rifling down there. And it just so happened to hit the net. But it was definitely a goal that I won't forget. And just our reaction, how the team showed up, it was a lot of fun, and I'll definitely never forget it. Yeah, I shot the puck and I was kind of coasting by our bench a little bit, just watching it, like probably everybody else was. And then I have girls like jumping on my back, like getting off the bench because it went in, and we're celebrating. It was a lot of fun. And then they had to check it. And then there was time 0.3 seconds left after. So we had to all get back on the bench, have that face off, and got to Selly again. So it was a lot of fun.
It's gonna take me a minute. I'm definitely soaking up every second of it. And yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping tonight probably. It was crazy. That was probably the most chaotic end to a game I've ever had. I honestly didn't really realize the goalie was pulled until I looked over and she had shot the puck. I wasn't expecting to see that. So, and then obviously with the time on the clock, and then Kerigan made an unbelievable save. The puck had basically kissed the goal line and didn't go in. So yeah, it was crazy, incredible. And that's a blessing too, because you could work absolutely, as hard as you can, and you don't get that win. So to actually be, to be blessed and to get that win is incredible for our program and for our team. And I'm very excited about it. Very happy for the girls. That I'm going to have to write it down in a journal, because this was definitely the most exciting hockey game I've ever played. Just with all the mayhem and the back and forth scoring, and obviously Ohio State's an incredible team, being number 2 in the country, and they're extremely talented and hardworking. So to be able to get a win on them, especially on senior night where we're celebrating our 5th years, who I adore greatly. And I'm going to be so sad to not be playing with them next year, but yeah, it was awesome.